After watching the movie and thinking about it, I found that the protagonist was actually Grandpa Dracula. There was a feeling of being deceived, only to discover the shrewdness of the screenwriter and director. At the beginning, Dracula's daughter wants to get married. Even if there is no reluctance, he still has to gradually accept the separation from his daughter who is dependent on him, and the two hide and seek in the clouds until they find out that their daughter is pregnant. Since then, the father's feelings for his daughter have been transferred to the soon-to-be-born grandson. This time the story is so oriental, maybe it's just a coincidence. The most powerful thing is the setting of the screenwriter. The identity attribute of the grandson is unknown, that is, whether the bloodline is inherited, which is the most concerned thing for the grandfather. Although he says that he will love him no matter what it is, he still longs for him to be a vampire. The rest of the story revolves around whether the grandchild is a vampire or not, and how he can grow two fangs. Among them, the daughter wants to take the grandchild away, which means the inevitable separation. In order to prevent them from leaving, the grandfather designs to turn the grandson into a vampire. In the end, he finally got his wish. At this time, we found that the original Dracula was also very much expected to become a vampire when he was a child, and a similar fate reappeared. It is not difficult to say that it is the reincarnation of the family, but at the end, the child became a vampire, which seemed to change the reality of Dracula and his daughter's separation, but invisibly also continued and rewritten the fate of the entire family. There is a lot of content about education and family in the movie, and after watching it, I thought of the following questions. 1. The importance of consistency of educational values. If there is a problem with the concept between the main caregivers of the child, then the most uncomfortable will be the child, growing up in the middle of several pulling forces, which may be the most painful experience, because to meet the wishes of different people, the child has to suppress his own wishes, and pleasing others has become his main lesson. Elders do not all start from the child itself. If it is to let the child inherit their own wishes, then the child will definitely be confused after growing, mature, and self-awakening, and cannot find his own value. 2. The impact of family expectations on the growth of children, and the joys and worries of generations of parenting. If a child grows up to bear the expectations of the whole family, then a lot of invisible pressure will be pressed on his shoulders, and his small shoulders will bear so much pressure. Can you say that his soul will not be hurt? On the one hand, generational rearing liberates the parents of children, reduces the pressure on the family, and also allows the elderly to have things to do and exert residual heat. But at the same time, there will be many problems. For example, does the concept of parenting be consistent lead to many contradictions? Will it affect the relationship between parents and the elderly? Is the parenting concept of the elderly suitable for children? 3. How members of a pluralistic family get along. If a couple or partner in a family is different in different regions and different races, how they get along will affect the children. I think respect is the greatest acceptance and recognition. Seeking common ground while reserving differences, on the basis of love, children will grow up healthily. 4. Let the child grow up to be the way he is. Both mom and grandpa wanted to let the child grow up on their own terms, only to find the child unhappy. Children grow up happily, and you will find that there will be many treasures and potentials in small children. And the premise of all this is that family members have loving company. Nourished by love, children grow freely, and they will naturally grow into what they are. Finally, the film itself, the modern plot, especially the change of social lifestyle, adds a lot of modernity, very grounded, and the soundtrack is also quite brilliant, although the film has a dark and melancholy style, but still full of happy elements, suitable for all ages, shallow and deep, family fun. The most important thing is that you can feel the love of husband and wife, the love of parents and children, the two little guesses. How warm and touching. Love dissolves misunderstandings and disagreements, and is the biggest winner.